Guzmán. Presente. Desconocido. Presente. Desconocido. Presente. Gonzalo González González. Presente. Desconocido. Presente.
I would like to think that no matter what side of the immigration issue you stand on, you would recognize that human beings dying in our community is something to be denounced and something that we should stop. And it's something that we should mourn and honor that those were human beings. Every year since 2000, we have done a pilgrimage from St. John's Church to San Javier Mission, which is so for Day of the Dead, it's sort of the day that you're allowed to celebrate that this person was.
We build the crosses. We have them already cut. We put them together. Then we have a group that will paint the crosses. We have a list of all those who have died and their ages, if known, and we print those on the crosses. And those crosses will be available Saturday, November 3rd. You're moved by it also. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, if you have any compassion in your system at all, regardless of your feelings on the U.S.-Mexico border issue, I mean, it's still people that have died, just trying to reunite with their families or they're desperate and looking for work. It's a tragedy.
We thought it was 177. We actually found out this past week that there were 2 others. Ironically, we had 2 extra crosses from last year that we painted and had there, and so we had exactly 179. It fluctuates. So the deadliest year was 2005. There were 282 that we recorded, and this year is 179. Last year was 183. The year before that was 206. The year before that was 183. So it's hovered around 200. Have more and more unknown people and more people where if you look at the list that lists the cause of death, it says undetermined due to skeletal remains. And what that means is people are in these very, very isolated places out in the desert where it takes longer for someone to find them or their remains to be discovered. We know that there are people out there missing who may have perished and whose remains or bodies haven't been found and may never be found.
In the last call that I picked, it was last week. It was this lady from Florida, and she was looking for her brother. He's 20, and they're from Michoacan, Mexico, and he's been missing almost a month already. She was heartbreaking, and she was crying because of her mom. Her mom is devastated. How can you tell them,
Inviting everyone to take a cross and walk with it today. We try to carry all of them, and since we are obviously not 179 today yet, maybe others will come, we invite you to take a few if you're willing to do that. In the box next to it, there's also some flowers. Well, the route is walking down 12th to Drexel to Calle Santa Cruz to Valencia to Mission to San Javier Road. There are only 2 crosses left. Does anybody want to grab those? We call this a pilgrimage more than, say, a march or a demonstration, because this is about honoring the people and recognizing many of these people, especially the desconocidos, their families don't even know that they've died.
I believe very strongly that this thing of people dying in the desert is just horrible. I can't believe this is happening in our country. I grew up spent part of my youth in southern Arizona.
What would I do to help my family? Would I walk across the desert? And the answer is yeah, I would. And it's at the risk of your life. And so these people have given up their lives for that.
My name is Guadalupe Barrios, and this is like the 3rd year that I do it. It's important to me because I'm first generation American, and all my family came through the desert, and I had family that died in the desert. I had family that's gone through this struggle and can't get through it, because they're under persecution all the time. I do this in solidarity for people who have died.
And then seeing how ignorant some of these people are, and how they could even treat people the way they do. It's just horrifying to me. And they also treat Americans that are supportive of this. People have gotten threats and stuff. I mean, I've had people cuss at me and stuff. I don't care. Just makes me more determined, you know. So I don't think it's right for somebody to die out in the middle of this desert when they're trying to get to their family. That's the bottom line.
So my name is Ethan, and this is my second year participating in the pilgrimage. This pilgrimage is a powerful expression of the tragedy and the outrageous injustice that so many people endure along the border. It doesn't have to be like this.
As we read the names, we're going to ask you to put your cross not in the circle, but on the rock border around the edge, whenever you feel moved to do so, or if your name is called.
Fabián Silva. Presente. Claudia Yadira Mota Ruiz. Presente. Justina Juárez Velasco. Presente. Domitila Juárez Velasco. Presente. Roque Juárez Montes. Presente. Desconocido. Presente. Luis Barrera Estrada. Presente. Desconocido. Presente. Desconocido. Presente. Fernando González Domínguez. Presente. Luis Genaro Córdoba Damián. Presente. Ronnie Villatoro. Presente. Lucio Domínguez Figueroa. Presente. Roberto Ángel Santos Mata. Presente. Desconocido. Presente. Heraclio García Bringas. Presente. Desconocido. Presente. Pablo César Hernández Pérez. Presente.